My name is Maburia Small. I consciously renamed myself Asata Neteru. Asata means she who struggles. Neteru is a god and goddesses, so I usually say she who struggles finds herself in nature. The title of my project is My Kitchen Belongs to Me, and I spent quality time during the semester researching different laws, different seeds, and different ways in which I could grow my own food. So I'll take you into my kitchen right now. Follow me. And this is my kitchen. Not the biggest kitchen there is, but it works for me. In here I have like my spices, dry herbs that I'll buy from Nature's Way. I have my beans. I usually get my beans from Food Bazaar, which is like the international food producers around here. This is red beans. I have chickpeas. I have black beans. This is lima beans, green split peas. I eat a lot of beans because I don't eat meat since like around 2005, I think it is. I stopped eating meat, and I've had my back and forth struggles with eating fish. I haven't had fish for a few months now. I think it was in December was the last time I had fish. This is the sweetener that we use. It's agave. Once in a while we use brown sugar. I try not to use sugar because the price of sugar. Check it out. Grain. This is couscous. Is a grain from northern Africa. It's pretty easy to prepare. I usually just boil water, put my seasoning and stuff in it, and put it on it. It takes experience actually, but hey. I have baking powder. Usually I don't go by a specific brand for baking powder as long as there's no dairy, milk, or any kind of things, anything like that. It's fine with me. Down here, I don't know, I love Mrs. Dash. Ingredients, natural ingredients, no chemicals added, nothing you won't know on there. Simple onion, black pepper, parsley, celery seeds, basil, thyme, coriander, cummins, mustard, rosemary. That's about it that's in there. I use a lot of coconut. I don't have any coconut oil right now, but this is a dry powdered coconut, Jamaican product. Grace is a Jamaican brand. I usually buy it to use. I have some cinnamon in here. We use lots and lots of garlic. This is a chive. This is actually from St. Lucia. We went to St. Lucia in December. We bought this up. A lot of dry herbs, oregano, parsley, sage, more sage. We have cayenne pepper in there. And let's continue. As you see, I don't have much in my pantry because we cook from scratch. Most stuff that we do prepare from scratch. I'm currently 39 weeks pregnant, and usually I'll consume apple cider vinegar. They say it's good to consume it with water. This is my husband's natural honey. We use brown rice. Rice is not good, but it's okay for now. It's good to use brown rice. Over here is my favorite part. We have lots of herbs, dry herbs to make tea. Up top, it's a lot of protein powders. This is a doctor known as Dr. Sebi from Honduras, and this is the sea moss. To be honest with you, I don't really like it. I like making my own sea moss from scratch, and we do have that here. We have cocoa powder. I usually use it in my shakes. I love making shakes. And chia seeds, very beneficial. You could eat it as a snack, and the list goes on. My husband, he loves to buy his vitamins and stuff. So you see it all in here. This is his stuff actually. This I was introduced to by him, Curcumin, and it has a lot of turmeric in it. And when I'm currently in the military, whenever I have training, because I don't take ibuprofen and stuff like that, the Curcumin is very vital. Down here, a lot of my herbs and tea products I get from the Caribbean, and I am not over exaggerating when I say like it actually comes from the Caribbean. This is nutmeg. This is how it looks originally. I know when you buy it, it's already grated, and it looks something like this. This is the powdered form, so I grate it and then I just have it in here. So when it's time for me to use it, it's already prepared. There's a lot of stuff in here. Let me not confuse what is up top. Actually, let me deal with what's here. My mom came from Jamaica on Sunday and she bought me a lot of stuff. This is lemongrass, and in Jamaica we call it fever grass. I know a lot of in a lot of Thai restaurants they use it in tea, and not in tea, in soup. But in the Caribbean we use it in tea. It smells good. It have a nice citrus flavor in this. When you're going to bed and you can't sleep, it's a good calming tea. See, lots of it from the Caribbean. And here is, I just ripped this bag open. I don't want to take any time. Tamarind, picked straight from a tree. My mom bought it up. So you can still see the leaves in there. This is a fruit. You're not supposed to travel with it, but hey, she did what she had to do for her pregnant daughter. And it's here. This is known as moringa seed, and I also have some moringa leaves here. The moringa plant is very good. You can use the whole plant for medicinal purposes. And there's a new thing on the market. It's moringa, M-O-R-I-N-G-A. I know the bark of the tree could use to make the capsules for the pills. So it's pretty good. These are like miracle seeds. It's called moringa, M-O-R-I-N-G-A. And this is more seeds. My mother-in-law put in a request. There it is. More moringa leaves. All natural. This came from my uncle in Jamaica. And this is mint. This is actually mint. I'll open it so you can see it. My mom bought it for me. What they do, they pick the herbs green and then they'll dry it. So this is dry mint. It's real good. It's good when you're going to bed. It's pretty good, and for babies, it's good in the morning. Any time of the day. This is what I grew up on. Mint tea. So back to my cupboard, and we have like bay leaves in here and cinnamon. This is the real cinnamon before it's grated. The other day I was in Whole Foods and someone was asking me about ginger tea, and I was telling them like I love making ginger tea with cinnamon. Just put a stick of cinnamon, and she's like, a stick of cinnamon? Yes. Before it's actually grated or broken down, it's like this. This is a cinnamon stick. When we went to St. Lucia in December, we got this from my husband's uncle's farm. We just pick it, let it dry, and it just curl up. And it goes on. More bay leaf. This is dandelion. I actually bought this from Nature's Way. And when I used to have bad cramps, it used to be pretty awesome. It's very bitter, but after a while you get used to it. And sorrel. Sorrel is spelled S-O-R-R-E-L. One of my favorite drinks. This is a dry sorrel. Later on I'll show you some that came from the islands, and it's in the freezer. And it goes on. Like lime leaf. The lime leaf tea, you could use it. Actually, the lime leaf, you could use it to make tea, and that's what we have here. And it goes on. Natural cocoa sticks. We have the cocos. We have cocoa in St. Lucia. We take it, we dry it, we do the whole 9 yard, and this is natural. My husband's uncle, he made these cocoa sticks. These are all from St. Lucia.
Cerasee.
And we have some cerasee here.
It's not.
Oh, this is it right here, actually. Cerasee, this is good for your blood. If you have I don't have bad skin condition, but if you have bad skin condition, you can use cerasee, which is pretty awesome. And my favorite, I'm running low. This is sea moss, and how you prepare it is you see all the salt on it. In Caribbean people call it Irish moss. Caribbean people call it Irish moss, and how you prepare it, you will I put it to soak. Make sure you don't smell any rawness on it, and then you have the salt water, and then I'll pour the water off, then I'll put some lime on it, then I'll rinse it off again. You boil it until it's smooth, like it's smooth, and then I put it in the fridge, and I use it to make my shakes. And you can use it to make juice. Pineapple sea moss, strawberry sea moss, you put your ginger in it, mix it with your agave, you can mix it with brown sugar. Those are the sweeteners I recommend. That's it for now. Here we have, these are stuff we got from Nature's Way. The wild lavender flower, elderberry, rose hip, chlorophyll, chia seeds, and more chia seeds in here. And up top, my husband went all out, and this is red raspberry leaf. I drink it a lot for my pregnancy. And oat straw, nettle leaf. And this is a good combo. It helps you a lot. It helps your womb and your uterus while in pregnancy. And I'll give you a quick look at what's on top of my fridge. We have bread. You have to make sure your bread don't have sugar in it. Most breads have yeast. That's why I don't really suggest eating bread. Good snack. Rice cakes, peanut butter. Can't beat that. Extra olive oil. These are my husband's favorites. I don't like eating nuts. Just nut clusters. This right here it's a pack of bean curd. It's just dried soy. You just soak it in water. When it gets soft, you cook it. It's actually, I think it's from China or somewhere there, but when I used to work at a vegan restaurant, that's where I learned about that. And organic popcorn, I don't really support these things. It's been here for a while. Maybe when my godson comes back, he'll eat it. And I'll make you take a look into my fridge. And I just keep my flour in here. And my mom bought this back for me yesterday. Beans from the Caribbean, natural. My aunt grew these in her backyard. Couldn't ask for more. Turmeric, we'll keep it in the freezer. When you're pregnant, it's not good to eat it or to drink it. So I just put it here so it doesn't go bad. And there's more Caribbean stuff. This is called cassava. I know they have it in, I think, Mexico. They call it yuca. And it's a whole process that it goes through, and they prepare it so you could like put it in porridge, or you could fry it, or you could steam it with meat or beans, because we eat beans, we don't eat meat. And this is the sour from the Caribbean. You just keep it in the freezer because it wasn't dried, and it will last much longer. And now I'll take you to where I'm at, or where I want to go, kind of thing. What I started to do is plant seeds, which I'll show you. I didn't show you the bottom part of my fridge. There's not much in there. Basic stuff that we use scallions, we use thyme, tomato, beets, apples. I said tomato already. We have spinach, we have lettuce. This is sugar cane from the Caribbean. Oh, I love sugar cane. My mom bought it up without the skin on it. And
blueberries.
We have fruits in there, and so on and so forth. My husband want to be known. He's the camera guy. These are some seeds my husband bought. It's like a survival kit. It have a lot of different seeds in it. We have lettuce, cucumbers, carrots, peppers, spinach, broccoli, cantaloupe, radish, beans, cabbage, and it goes on and on and on. He got those from online. These I got from Whole Foods. That's where I do most of my shopping. So most of the stuff you see in my fridge is from Whole Foods. And this is just a remainder that we kept in the fridge. You'll see some of it later on. My fruits, I buy my fruits from Whole Foods, and we try to go organic. Whenever you buy your fruits, you can see that you could check it out by the label that's on it. Whenever it starts with a 9, that means organic. If it starts with a 4, I think it's conventionally grown. And if it's in number 8, that means it's GMO. So nothing here is GMO. And a lot of stuff, I eat a lot of citrus. And this is lime. I like to get my lime instead of purchasing lime juice. Ginger, I love ginger. All organic stuff from Whole Foods. Yam, onions, and so on. Come with me. So now, I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that we decided to plant instead of having to purchase. And this is my first time actually planting so much. Growing up in the Caribbean, I used to see my uncles planting, and whenever I go on vacations now, or I shouldn't even say vacations, whenever I go there now, I try to go into the soil as much as I can. Because to survive, you have to know how to plant your own food. Alright. Here we have it. We started a little, I guess it's called a nursery. And we have scallions, parsley, some thyme, we have peppers, cabbage. What else we have here? Tomatoes. I put a little bit of flowers there to see how it's going to come out. We have lettuce. These right here is sunflowers. They're growing pretty strong. And this is bean. So this bean. Back here we have a sweet pepper. I don't know what happened. It took a while to push. So we're going to watch it and see what happens to it. These are flowers. Cucumber. This one is radish, carrot, kale, onion, and spinach. And while doing some research online, I found out that whenever you use your lettuce or your celery, you could cut the bottom of it, and when you cut the bottom of it, you could replant it. So I tried it and it grew. This is like 2 weeks old, and if you could take a look in there, you could see that it's coming up. This is a new plant that we have here. My husband bought that from work, and it's pretty good. You can come with me outside. Alright, so my husband recently introduced me to permaculture, and I've been reading up a lot on it. We have decided that we'll, make use of our balcony this year. So what we're going to do is plant as much as we can, and I've decided to plant a few flowers. This is one of my plants. We got it it was small, and my husband put compost in it. That's what I usually say, that caused it to be like a tree. I didn't know it was going to grow so tall. But there you have it. We have some more beans here. We have daffodils. Plant some daffodils. This is actually a friendship plant that I received from a dentist that I work with in Indiana. And it was 2 leaves when I first got it, and now it's pushing up. Come closer. Right here, this is a plant. When I first got it, it was actually this size, and now it's pushing. I received that from a lady in Indiana. She had a farmer's market where she sell plants, and it was like this, as I said, and now it's like that. Here we have some garlic. We have sage. In this pot we have some lilies. I planted some lilies in there, some pink lilies. I think I have the cover down there for you to see it. On this side, let's go. This is called a spider plant. I just cut a root of when it grows, it's gonna have a bunch of roots on it. I cut it when I was in Indiana, and it's growing now. It's not at its peak yet, but it's coming along. And this one, I bought it from Home Depot. I call it a miracle plant because I accidentally left it outside one night, and it was on the verge of dying, but it's coming along. Here we have some more plants. This is actually the lilies again pushing. Learn from my mistake. I put this outside, and I guess it's called frostbite. When I looked it up online, it said frostbite. If you leave your plants outside and it's too cold, they'll get frostbite. So that one got damaged. And right here, this is rosemary, and this one is strawberries, and that one is mint. Here we have another plant. This is one of the first plants we had, and it's pushing up. I keep telling my husband to give it up for adoption because it's getting too big. More daffodils. And here, plant some potatoes. My husband's project. He put them in the pail. Underneath they have holes, and then the bricks for I don't know, some reason there. But these are the containers that we'll transplant the stuff that's inside into. Over here we have our soil. Most of it is purchased by my husband from Home Depot, organic soil, and we've been learning a lot about the soils and stuff like that. When it comes to this is a homemade compost. Whatever stuff we use on the inside, like banana skin, orange skin, and so on and so forth, we'll just keep it there. That's about it. In my paper, I'll make sure I write about my 5-year plan and what and where I would like to be. I'll love the opportunity to plant my own food, but for right now, the most we could do is at least plant the herbs that we're using in the kitchen, and to make the best of what we have, which is the balcony. Hopefully, it'll be more of a bushy type of look, the permaculture type deal, which I read about in my paper. And eventually we would like to travel to the Caribbean, move to the Caribbean or somewhere tropical, where we could plant and cultivate for ourselves sustainability and self-sufficiency, where we could have some animals and we could sit outside and just read in our garden. And it's the reason I have my chair here, to read on the balcony when it gets a little bit warmer. So that's where I'm at, and any ideas or anything anyone would like to share, just let me know. Thank you.